everyone doing? I am super excited for you guys to finally meet my parents. I'm so cringe right now. Jesus Christ, I haven't streamed for like 2 days and I'm already the cringiest mofo in the world. I hope the sound is a little bit better today. My parents have spent the whole day with me trying to make my room be somewhat unpacked because I've been sleeping on a box basically for the past 2 weeks because I have been too busy to unpack. So the parentals have been helping me unpack today, so hopefully the sound is starting to sound a little bit better in this new place, but I'm still going to do some more soundproofing. But Mama and Papa have helped me out. Also, the right name to call them is Mamãe e Papai, which is how we call them in Brazil, which is like mommy and daddy, but in Portuguese, so it's way less creepy. Also, I'm so happy, guys. We're almost 50-50 on Team Mom and Team Dad. I'm happy that you guys also like my dad, because I've talked many times about how much of a MILF my mom is. So I thought all of chat was gonna vote for Team Mom, but I love Mamãe e Papai equally. I love both my parents. I'm both a mama's baby and a daddy's baby. Why did I make baby noises? I don't know, I'm like so shy today. I'm like tickling myself. Yeah, no, my dad's also a DILF. That is actually true. My dad's also daddy goals. So who's excited to meet the parentals? So basically what I'm going to be doing is it's going to be kind of hard to read chat because I'll be talking to them. I'll be kind of focusing on them. We are sharing one microphone. So you're going to hear a little bit of us like tapping on the microphone and like moving the arm and this or that. So hopefully you guys are going to... Oh, my volume is super low. Yeah, my volume has just been low. There's like kind of no way to make it higher. It's beyond my power at the moment. But you guys just crank up your volume everywhere. And I think you guys will be fine. I do have a dad. Okay, I'll make my case. So people have been saying because I don't have a dad because I don't have a rigger, but I do have a dad. It's in my freaking lore, mother effers. He's in my lore. You met my mommy and my daddy. So yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, also there's dad in chat. Hi, dad. So I added so much gain to the freaking microphone. I have a cloud lifter. Maybe I'll just use my cloud lifter. But I have a Go XLR. I should not. Is this better, mofos? No papa, but we got fathers. Exactly. Exactly. Hi, Serena. Serena has seen a picture of my mommy and daddy, and she can attest to them. They can get it. So, oh my god, my voice is so hoarse. I'm excited. But yeah, so basically, I'm gonna be taking you guys into my room to interview them. I'll ask them a question or two at a time. And then we will come back to this room and I will look at chat and I'll interact with you guys while my parents can like grab some water, etc, etc. And then we'll go back into the room, we'll ask them some more questions, etc, etc. So I'm going to be alternating between this room and my bedroom to be able to give them a little pause. This room is kind of long, and so I can talk to chat a little bit one-on-one because I think my parents having to read chat and answer questions, that would just be too overwhelming to them. So I'm gonna be taking care of you guys, and I'll relay anything back to them that I can. So who wants to get started? Also, I've got the stupid Streamlabs poll I have to get rid of. Who's excited to meet my parents? They are also cringe, but they are awesome. Okay. Yeah, those Streamlabs is being weird. So round of applause and hearts and anything you want to give. I was gonna say goo, but goo sounded so weird. To my parents, let's go. Let me know how the volume is with my parents, okay? Cool. We're gonna get started with some questions for my parents. Yay! Are you guys excited?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can kind of hear them in the back. I'm going to hand them the mic in a second. But let me think. We're going to start with a cool first question. You guys sent a bunch of questions. But I think the first cool question would be, what is a cool story about Abby, me, when she was a baby? I was a pretty cool baby. Modéstia à parte, humbleness apart, I think is a translation of that. But I was a pretty cool baby, so I feel like they'll have a lot of cool stories about me. So who wants to get started? First, say like if you're my mom or my dad, because you guys are like using the same mic, so they won't know. But I'm sure they'll figure it out. Okay, who wants to go first?
Okay.
Hello. Don't touch the mic if you. You can speak. My mom was like touching the mic, just like grabbing it. I was like, okay, I'm sorry, you guys probably heard a loud sound. It's fine. It's not a big deal. But she was like trying to be so careful. She was like just grabbed it with both her paws. Okay, but you can answer. they're pretty tech savvy for adults. Okay.
Hello, I'm Abby's mother, and I'm here to have fun with you and answer some questions. And okay, I'm not so crazy, but I'm a nice person, believe me.
Do you want to answer the question about a childhood story of mine?
Sure.
História de infância.
Oh. Abby, when she was a baby, she was a kind of funny baby, adorable, like, you know, the Tiffany from the Child's Play. But she was adorable, she was nice, and she was a very polite person. And
who's Tiffany from Child's Play? Wait, what is that?
You know, the Chucky's fiancé? Oh, okay, I'm a little bit old-fashioned now.
Oh, so my mom thinks I was like Chucky's bride. Okay. So very cute and nice, I guess.
No, but she wasn't that much crazy. She loves to rip, not like Jack the Ripper. It's only rip books, you know, because she was a very polite kid. And she was, she loved it. When I gave her a lot of things to play, she just get to play and just drop it everywhere. Every place, rip it, everything. But she was funny and had this brilliant moment of her. You know, in Brazil, we have...
Wait, I'm sorry, I'm going to interrupt real quick. Can you, like, face the mic? Because you're looking at the side of the mic. Can you face it? You're talking like this. You're talking like this. Can you talk at the mic? Okay, sorry. That's teaching them tech as we go, guys. Yeah. So you're looking at, yeah.
Oh. I'm gonna tell a lovely, adorable story. She has this brilliant moment, and she was, you know, in Brazil, we have this kind of square thing that I don't remember the name, and we have in Brazil, but a lot of kids, they didn't have. Only my kids had.
A playpen.
Yes, yeah. Playpen. Yeah, new words to learn. Okay, we have this playpen, and she loved to stay inside, play with a lot of things. And I was washing the dishes, and I heard she was laughing, and I just ran away to the living room and saw her with only 6 or 7 months old, smiling to me outside this playpen. And laughing like a not crazy. She was an adorable person. And mommy, and I gave this huge scream. No, Abby! And she started to cry. Poor thing. She was so adorable. But she was a lovely and polite and brilliant baby.
So, I told the story during debut, that like, when I was like a baby, I did like a muscle up out of my playpen outside, and I was super proud because I was like, heck yeah, gains. But my mom was pretty frightened. But yeah, she's also talking about how like I used to rip up books a lot. But I'm gonna be honest, my mom's like painting in the very wrong light, because growing up she was like, oh yeah, I knew that you were like a smart girl because you used to rip up books, which meant that you were interested in books. So she used to think it was a great thing that I ripped up books, but now she's painting it like I was crazy. So kind of double standard here. So you guys want to meet my dad? You guys want to meet the bro? I'll hand it over to him.
Hello everyone. First of all, I'm Brazilian, like my wife, Mrs. Kadabura. I am Mr. Kadabura. And as a Brazilian, we always start a conversation saying sorry about my English. It's a cultural thing. Now and then we don't remember the words. So in that case, I'm gonna ask Abi. So that's not a big deal, but it's a cultural thing. And regarding this theme of childhood things. Oh, fancy words. Thanks. I remember vividly when every time we went to the beach, I had to be prepared to run. Oh, because every time she was playing with the sand under the table. We have these tables on the beach in Brazil. They serve food and they serve beer and yes, different from the States.
Yeah, like in Brazilian beaches, phlegm. We have like these like plasticky, like usually like sponsored by like a beer brand. Yeah. They're like these plastic tables that are and they and then like you have a lot of like food at the beach, or you used to, but I think some places now, depending on where you are in Brazil, like sometimes you can, sometimes you can't sell food at the beach. But the point is, they have these like kind of crappy but very useful plasticky tables at the beach, and I would hide under them. Yeah, we can give you.
Oh yeah, yes, yes. So she could be under the shadow of the table, so to avoid sunburn, kind of. And she was playing with the sand, building a castle with her sister. Okay, but every time we went to the beach, from out of nowhere, it would come the time that she would start to run to the ocean, to the open sea. We had to be atentos.
Attentive, aware.
Aware, yes, of her all the time. Okay, she was a little kid, not a big deal, but we had to be prepared to run, and oh boy, how we ran. Hey, just like the playpen episodes, she just started laughing. She knew she couldn't do that. She always knew she wasn't allowed to. But yes, that was the fun part for her, doing the what she couldn't. Yes, that's my first story, I guess.
Management can approve. I go by the phrase "ask for forgiveness, not permission." But yeah, I used to get super sunburned, and I still do. Like I've been hanging out with my parents this week, and like my mom just keeps trying to force me to like put sunblock on my head because she's scared of me getting my head burnt. But I guess it didn't work because I have freckles and they're awesome. So escaping from under the table at least gave me these lovely little freckles. I had to have some sun exposure. But do you guys have any? Oh, also, like, I'll give a brief summary because just so make sure everyone's following. Yeah, so basically when we go to the beach, I would hide under the table, and then I would want to see the ocean, so I would run toward the ocean, and then my parents would have to like because they would only notice when I, like, later, because I was like a really small kid, so I was like pretty quiet, so they would only notice when I was like at the ocean, and I would have to like run super fast to prevent me from dying. And apparently I got a huge kick out of it. I was like, haha. almost died again, lol. I was a bit of a troll, but nowadays I hope I'm funnier than that. I don't think making your parents scared is as funny nowadays, but I was still learning comedy back then. Do you guys have any other childhood stories, or was I a boring baby with only 2 stories? Do you want to share? Mamang is talking now. You guys can call her Mamang or Mommy. That's okay. You guys can call me Mommy, but you can call my mom Mommy.
Ow. Talking about the books, I gave to Abby the books to read. And when somebody asked me about why do you let your kid just read the books, I felt like, oh, I want Abby to feel the book, feel the story with all her guts inside her hands and everything else. Oh, I think it was a good idea, and I believe it was a good idea. Now she's very smart, baby. Oh, I have another story. We have this bathroom, and Abby no. And something, she was there at 2 years old, and she locked herself inside the bathroom, and I just forgot a poison in the, what is gaveta? Drawer?
Also poison specifies like rat poison.
Yeah. But this kind of poison. Rat poison. Yeah, I forgot. Oh, no. It's not the poison that kills people. It's a poison to kill rat. You know, it's kind of rat. We didn't have rat in our house, but we had a poison to kill the rat. Okay, and she locked it inside and was there. And we started to be, oh my god, if she's going to open, she could get this poison, this rat poison. And we started to scream to her because she was locked with the key inside the bathroom, and she didn't know how to open the door. And my whole family screaming, Abby, please don't open. But we was afraid to say don't open, and she was just a curiosity kid, and we didn't know what to do, because if you say don't do it, sometimes they just do it. It was, Abby, please don't, and we had to teach her open doors for babies, and we took a lot of time to her to learn how to open the door with the key, but was so fast to lock herself. She was so fast. I don't know the difference, but I don't know what her idea about this.
Okay, so basically I locked myself in the bathroom, and there was rat poison in one of the drawers, so I had a bunch of people screaming at me, don't open the, but they wouldn't specify what, because they were scared that I would. So I had just a bunch of people screaming half sentences at me. But okay, so they coached me on how, I don't remember this, by the way. Sorry, I was a baby. But like, I have a vague memory, but like, okay, so they coached me on how to open the door. But like, what did you guys say? Like, how did you coach me, like, through opening the door? Como é que vocês me ensinaram a abrir a porta? A porta. Como é que você explicou? Mas você explicou como? Explique.
Tira a chave. Oh my god. Okay, we just said her simple words because she was almost a baby, you know? Baby Abby was so cute, so adorable, with lovely pink hair and lovely white t-shirt with this with a lovely pink tie. Since she was a small baby, you know, but was a few hair, not this long, but it was a kind of, you know, you can imagine baby Abby. You just said to her, turn the key, please. And it took a lot of time to teach her, but just she learned it. She's a fast learner, and that's all.
That's funny. Yeah, I've been wearing my school uniform since I was 1. But also, yeah, I was a particularly cute baby, so I've heard. I've seen the pictures. I vouch for myself. That's why I have such a maternal instinct now, because I'm like, if I'm going to have a baby that looks like me, heck yeah, I want to have one. But does Father Kadabura, does Papai have another story about me? Or does he hate me? You can say this on the mic. You can say you don't love me.
Oh my god. I don't know. Which story?
I don't know. I am.
Remember? I'm not.
Oh, you can talk about me wanting to go to school. How hard I fought to go to school. Como briguei para ir para escola.
Okay. And when she was kind of 3 years old, her older sister was at school, and her mom would get her older sister from school, and Abi stayed with me sometimes, and she always went to the window to see her mom and her sister coming back from school. She, oh, when is it my turn to go to school? Oh, I want to go to school also. Oh my god, please, come on. So 1 year or 2 later, finally she went to school, and her mom and I guess I was there too, and she normally the first day of school the kids cry a lot and ask their moms to, oh, take me home please, I don't want to go to school. Not Abby. She just said hi to the teacher and say, bye mom, what are you doing here? what are you still doing here? I'm at school. Okay, go home. I don't need you. I don't know if you guys did the same thing. I did not. I remember my childhood. Oh my god, I cried to not go to school, even when I was older. But not her. She always she wanted to do everything her sister did. At the same time, she did not want to expect a year or 2 to do the same things. No. My sister goes to school, I have to go to school. Okay, we're getting 2 weeks. No, now, today. It was, oh my god, so many years of this. But okay, she has matured really quickly because of that. She when she was a little bit older, she always looked like she was 1 or 2 or 3 years older because of that. She the competition with her older sister. Again, I guess she turned out fine. Now she's a VTuber. Yes.
Yeah, so that's why Mary freaking sucks, because Mary stays her age and I act older. And also my dad, look, it says English. She said she looked 2 or 3 years older. No, I didn't look 2 or 3 years older. I acted 2 or 3 years older. I do look younger, I think, for my age. I'm small. But yeah, so basically on my first day of class ever, I just kicked my mom out. I was like, I just want to learn, woman. Also, my mom by then had already taught me how to read, I think. So I learned when I was like super baby. Like 2, I don't know. 2, 3. Oh, 3 or 4. Okay. But I was like ready to learn. I was like, all these kiddos here drawing, like crying. I'm like, I want school, I want education, which I feel like informs kind of like VTubing, like comedy and stuff. Those are pretty hard things to do. So, kind of like being a super addicted to work, being a person who's super addicted to work kind of paid off. But it probably sucks for my parents because they've been visiting and I've been like, okay, pause now. I gotta go home and I gotta write a skit. I gotta write some stand-up. But they have to deal with it. Their daughter's a workaholic, but they've got married, they've got the others, so I'm fine. Okay, sorry, I first hello. Hello. Okay, sorry, I first hello. Oh, I can hear myself. Shut up. Sorry. I think I finally figured out how to close that poll, so I think we good. I gotta read chat real quick. Sorry, okay, so I never cried on the first day. So if you got here late, we are introducing my parents to you guys. This is not a dating stream. Yeah, my parents got deleted. They can't be streaming for 2 hours straight. That is so unreasonable, guys. But no, they're coming back. It's just so they can have a little bit of a break. So I take over for a second in between questions. You guys don't want me anymore. You guys don't want me. You're like done. You're like goodbye. Yeah, no, I'm exactly like my parents. People can always tell. Guys, yes, I'm looking at the questions. My dad has a Valorant bro voice. I don't like him being my dad. It's funny because my whole life, my dad is like pretty insecure, and I'll ask him about the story of how my parents met, so you guys can hear about that. But my parents are very insecure people, kind of how I came to be this way. So it's funny that you guys are all saying that my dad has a Valorant dude bro voice, because I think he would really like that. Yeah, I'll explain to him later what that is. I'll have to show him some clips. But yeah, I'm gonna ask them some more questions. Just giving them a second. I'll bring them back, mother effers. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you guys complimenting their voices. But yeah, my dad always thought his voice was very high pitched because he's a tenor. He used to be in choir with me for a little bit. And he was a tenor, and he was like, why am I the highest sounding voice? I was like, your voice sounds good, Dad. So, yeah, Mommy is very cute. She is very cute. So you guys want to return to them, or do you guys want to hang out with me for a second? I agree. He has he has a very nice voice. My parents are very cool. I'm very close with my parents. I feel like most people I know are like, just like talk to their parents like every now and then. But yeah, my mom was an alto. As you can hear, her voice is a little lower than mine. And then my dad was a tenor, and I was a high soprano. So, drop ass have parents. Okay, fine. We'll return to them. Give me a second. I gotta settle in. Okay, dang it. Okay, parents. We're back to the parents. Okay, you guys have it your way. You selfish mofos. Goodbye. Enjoy the parents. Guys, no. Enjoy, mofos. I'll leave. I'll freaking leave. Just be you guys with them, okay? Jesus Christ, you guys. Okay, we're back to the questions now that my parents got a little wee-wah break. Okay, so, what was the question again? Oh, cool. So a lot of people want to know how my parents reacted to me being a VTuber. Yeah, that is a hot trending question of the hour. So I wanted to ask them, what their thoughts are on me being a VTuber. How do they feel about that? Cool, go. Who wants to talk first? Me. Okay, cool. Father is talking now. Respect.
Okay, when she first told me that she was going to be a VTuber, my reaction was, what is a VTuber? I didn't know. She kind of explained to me. And okay, so, okay. and we waited for her debut. It was huge. It was very cool and very cringe at the same time. And she was always very energetic and artistic kid. And at school, she would lead a comedy club and this kind of stuff. She always liked comedy and singing and dancing. She was a great ballerina when she was a teenager, and she dances a lot. She sings and she writes, and I guess she was born to be a VTuber. Now that I know what it is. And I love her songs. her cover, oh my god, I listen to that cover every time when I'm driving. Yeah. When I'm going to work and coming back, and I don't speak Japanese. I don't really understand what she's saying. She explained to me that is about an anime show. Yeah.
It's the beginning.
The opening theme.
Yeah, the opening.
Yes, the opening theme. No, the song is sticky. I don't know. It goes.
It's in your head?
Yes, in my head. I don't know what I'm singing, but I only sing the first line. And I stop. Because I don't know. And I start to whistle.
Oh yeah! Who is this guy singing with me?
And I sing, yes, I'm on the street and it's from out of nowhere. I start, I like it.
But no, I was like, my mom was bringing up I told the story, but you guys might not have heard it. Like when my parents heard it, like they heard it before, and then they arrived, and then they were asking me, they're like, "Oh, who's this man?" Wow. Yeah, and then I was like, "That's me," and they were like, "No, it's not." And then I had to sing the male part, which is like, "Dumbbell curl, hammer curl." Nito ga ine chomoran. No, dumbbell curl, hammer curl. Nito ga ine chomoran ma. They were like, "What? Wait, how does your voice go down that low?" I'm like, "I don't know, practice." They're like, "No, we thought it was a dude," or they thought it was like edited or something. But nah, it's just me. But yeah, do you want to go? Do you want the mic back? Do you want? Okay, we're gonna tag along to Mommy. Round of applause for Mommy. Yay!
Oh, when I kind of was a surprise, but I'm not a perfectionist. When Abby said to me, "Oh, I'm gonna be a VTuber," and okay, probably is a nice thing. And my husband asked me, "Okay, what is a VTuber?" Oh, okay, I think it's something, and I answer him, I think it's something artistic in the YouTube. I think it's nice because she's happy. And I was happy for her when I just started to learn what is a VTuber. And I think it's very cool, very cool. I'm a very proud mom because she, at the same time, she makes friends, you know? It's good for her, develop her social skills. No, I'm kidding. Oh, sort of. And it's funny because sometimes she shows me games. I'm a terrible gamer. I don't know any kind of game, but I heard because it's funny to learn new things. And I love to the guests, convidados? The guests. It's funny because they talk a lot of different things and talk with the... A pessoa que tá embaixo, como é que é o nome?
Fale alto.
Tá.
No microfone.
ok. Quando as pessoas estão interagindo embaixo, people... Yeah, the chat. Oh my god, yeah. I like to read the chat. I never write nothing because, you know, Abby's wants some privacy, but... but I read the chat almost all the time. I start to read almost. I'm not gonna lie, it's almost because sometimes I'm doing something, but I read, and it's amazing the interaction in between you and Abby, and it's really funny. And I want to say something about Abby. She was a very artistic kid since she was young, and she was a very she loves to sing and dance, and her first musical. That's why I warn you, kids, don't have babies before the 30s. Her first musical her adorable mother showed her was Rocky Horror Picture Show. She was only 8 years old.
Okay, so I'll explain that for context because I'm assuming most of you guys don't know this. So the first musical I ever watched when I was like a tiny baby was, well, no, I'd seen all like the Disney stuff. I'd seen all the Disney stuff, so it's not like I hadn't seen musicals. But the first like movie musical, other than like Somewhere Over the Rainbow, what is that called? Wizard of Oz. Other than those, was like the first like actual that everyone has seen was Rocky Horror Picture Show, which is, if you guys don't know it, Rocky Horror Picture Show is a musical about this
Dracula?
Yeah, it's like Dracula figure, and he is in Transylvania. I cannot describe this musical without please Google it, Rocky Horror Picture Show, because it's very old fashioned. So if I describe it, I don't think I should be describing it on the internet. but it's
not for kids.
But it's not for kids. So if your kid, don't look it up. It's really not. But I really like it. Like it's cool. But it's very, very cult. Yeah, I know like all the songs. They should do a Rocky Horror Picture Show. Oh my god, for Halloween I could do a Rocky Horror Picture Show karaoke. I could do that. That'd be super fun. I know all the songs. I love it. But yeah, like my mom, I have young parents. So they showed me like a bunch of things they shouldn't have. but my mom also likes like older music too. My mom's taste in music is like different than most people her age, I guess. So she likes these like weird like cult. I mean, most people know Rocky Horror Picture Show, but not in Brazil. So for her, it was like cool, yeah. More?
Oh no, I'm okay. Oh, if you give me time, I'm gonna start to talk every day for 3 hours. I don't think I think you prefer more Abby, not mother, not her mother's. Oh, she's not so funny, her mother, but Abby. Yes, watch Abby. She's awesome because she's my daughter. I'm kidding.
Thank you. We will move on to reading chat right now. Hello. Okay, I'm back. Hi. So, moving on to reading chat now. So I gotta catch up. It's a lot. I couldn't explain Rocky Horror Picture Show, not because I am not I don't know how to. It's because I don't think I should say it. I've watched it a million times. What am I missing, guys? I was a mischievous kid. My debut was good. Yeah, my mom's probably reading chat now, yeah. Stream is going good, it's going good. We're asking my friends some questions. What was it? I saw you different. I'm nervous, man. It's like, I'm wondering if she's heard Serena talk about how she's going to steal it from your dad. My parents watched that stream, yeah. Serena talked about how she thought my mom was banging. And my mom watched that stream, yeah. Guys, you guys still gotta stop loving my dads. Yeah, Rock Paper Scissors is a parody of B-movies, but it's just so iconic in so many ways. Both of my parents are awesome, cool people. I'm nervous. I've been so stressy. Also, it's their last day here, so I'm sad. I've also been like low-key a little sick the whole time. My dad only got muscle one. Soon. What was I gonna say? I forgot. Whatever. Let's just go. Oh yeah. I'm gonna do a Halloween Rocky Horror, but let's just go back to more questions. Give it up for my parents again. They don't need this many potty breaks. So I don't know why I've included so many of these. No, my parents don't care if I get a real job or not. Shoosh. Okay, bring back the parents. Bring back the parents. Bring back the parents. Let's go. There it is. Okay, so now I'm going to prove to you guys that my parents are also cringe, and I'm gonna get some love advice. Not that I need it, like I totally don't need it. Ice Meng. But I'm going to get, I'm going to ask my parents a question that you guys are interested in for some reason, which is how they met. So over to Papai.
Oh my God. So embarrassing. Apparently, I was a Boy Scout in a way. Because I had this friend, a colleague from college, and he needed a kind of a wingman because Mrs. Kadabura was coming to town, and he needed someone he could trust to go with her and her prima, cousin. Okay, her cousin to the city, and he immediately thought of me because I am kind of a Boy Scout. So.
And you actually were a Boy Scout.
Yes. I was a Boy Scout when I was younger, and kind of a guy he could trust to spend the night and going places, showing the town to these girls. But at this time I was using a long hair, a very long hair, and I became tired of my long hair, and I had just cut my hair, and I was embarrassed. Oh my God, I'm so ugly. I don't wanna get out of the house. And my friend called me. Oh, Mr. Kadabura, would you like to go out with these two young, beautiful ladies? And I say no. I don't wanna get out of the house because my hair is ugly. And he said, no, come on. And I was afraid, maybe these girls are ugly or boring. I don't know. And there was this other friend of my friend that I didn't like. And I started to imagine the worst scenario. But eventually, thank God, I had the courage to leave the house. And we met, and in 5 minutes we were holding hands.
What?
Yeah, yes. To cross the street.
Jesus.
To cross the street and something like this. And I.
Okay. My mom's saying she doesn't know how to cross the street, so that's why they were holding hands. But okay, suave move there, buddy. But that's really wait, because we had a stream recently where I was asking chat. I was like, when is it too soon to hold hands? I was like, I don't know, like, what is the order of things? And then chat was like, well, you should take like a couple dates to start holding hands, then a couple more to give a first kiss. So everyone in chat was educating me properly. And then here I have my parents going like, yeah, you know, within like 3-5 minutes, you can start holding hands. Jesus Christ.
Yes, we were at a touristic place, and my friend actually said, "Oh, you two, hold hands," and it was like this. I say, "Why? Just hold her hand," and I say, "Okay." I did not complain, and 1 hour later, we were at the McDonald's, and she was giving me the fries, and she was putting the fries in my mouth, and I say, she was feeding me, and say, okay, nice. And at the end of the night, I tried to kiss her, and she said, "Oh my God, you don't know me. It's too soon." And it was, oh yes, like a Boy Scout, I was already in love in 2 hours, and I had never had a girlfriend before. She was my first girlfriend, and she's now is my wife, and we had some kids. So I don't regret going out that day. Thank God I did. And I guess that's the story. You want to say something more?
No. Oh, only one thing. Wait, they can't hear you. Listen. Okay, only one thing. You know, okay, the hand is something. Okay, I let you touch my hands, and now you want a kiss? No.
But you touched his lips with your hand when you fed him.
No, with my hands, not with my lips. Come on, no means no. Okay. Learn the lesson before you marry the guy. No means no, but you can marry the guy later. Yeah.
You guys, could you hear my grunts? Because every time my mom talks, I have to like do a weird thing with a mic, and you can hear me going, ugh. So sorry about that. It's a heavy mic. It's like, I go to the gym, but not enough. But yeah, it was funny. I didn't really, I've heard the story, but I didn't really remember it. Yeah. So apparently, all you need is like a good friend who will force you to hold hands with a pretty girl, and then like you have yourself a wife. It's that simple, boys. Just find that one friend. I will be that one friend to you guys if one of you guys is that friend to me. So I'll pay you back. But first you gotta set me up. My friends are like, oh gosh, cringe. I'll ask this follow-up question just real quick since we have a second. People keep asking. I was just trying to explain to my parents what cringe is, because apparently, oh, my dad wants to talk. Okay, my dad was like pointing at me. He was like opening his mouth and pointing at me, and I was like, "Are you hungry?" I was like, "Are you what? Is something wrong?" Yeah. He's just like pointing at. Okay, but he wants to say something.
Okay, I remember SpongeBob. And maybe you should ask Patrick to go up with you. And maybe in a certain point, Patrick would say to him, "Oh, hold her hands." And okay, so no, the story goes on, and you maybe, who knows?
So can I ask you to look straight forward and say, "Patrick, please set up Abby and SpongeBob." I'll send him the video. Say, "Abby, please set up Abby and SpongeBob." Abby, please set up... No, wait, Patrick, please set up Abby and SpongeBob. Do you want to say it? My mom can say it. No, okay, they don't want to say it. They're like, "Look, we will recommend it, but we don't want to force Patrick because SpongeBob might be able to do better." No! My parents roasting me. No, he's dating Ariana Grande right now. SpongeBob. Yeah, so I was trying to explain to my parents what cringe is, and I wanted to ask them, what do they think? Do they think I'm cringe? Cringe in Portuguese like used differently, I guess. They think it's like slightly meaner, But I don't know. Maybe I'm so accustomed to people calling me cringe that I don't think it's mean anymore. For me, it's just like your hair is nice, you're cringe, are like the same. But do you guys think I'm cringe?
First of all, I don't really know what cringe is. Apparently in Brazil, a cringe means something, and here it's something else. So I wouldn't know for sure how cringe you are. But in Brazil, some people say cringe is a person who does something that an older person would do, something like that. I don't know in the US. Is that correct? I don't know.
Yeah. So in Brazil, it's like, oh, like that's so old fashioned. Like if you say like pog, still you're kind of cringe. But I think you're still used that way in the US. I feel like it depends. Anything can be cringe if you try hard enough. Do you want to answer, Mother? Mother does not want to answer. Wow, they'll roast me. Oh no, she wants to answer now. Okay. Okay, I think I've been cringe enough in those 2 seconds since she said no that now she has an answer.
Oh, Abby, if cringe means perfect, Abby is cringe.
There you guys have it. Abby is super cringe mom 2023. I will go back to reading some of the comments in chat, y'all. We'll be back in a moment. I'm muted. Dang it. Sorry. It's hard dealing. The tech has been overwhelming my brain, okay? It's very hard to do this stream. We were trying to figure out the Fuji. So like I made Discord accounts for my parents and I was trying to figure out how to them to do the Fuji, and they were like, yeah, but we can't figure out how to use Discord. I'm like, I will make the call, you just stay in the next room. And they're like, what if people walk past? And I was like, valid. So I don't live alone, so I guess please leave your parents off screen. Swift loves everyone except for me. I love you out of nowhere. Oh, wholesome cringe. Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say something about my parents' meeting. So my parents' meeting, what was I gonna say about that? My parents, what was it? Oh yeah. So that friend who set them up was my mom's like brother's childhood friend. He used to go to her house and like play chess with them. And then years later, he met my dad through like college. They went to college together. And that's how my dad met my mom, because he was taking my mom and her cousin because he was close to the family, because he like used to like play chess with like my mom's brother all the time, and my mom. So it's a pretty overall wholesome story. So I like that they're talking about that, because you guys are like, oh, Abby's probably pretending that she's weird. Abby's probably pretending she has no riz and is like, I'm cringe, but I'm a good girl. Like, you know, you see how my parents met. My dad literally did not have a girlfriend before. He sounds like a Chad. Well, guess what? A real Chad is a good present dad who loves his daughter very much. So, yeah, my dad's the real kind of Chad. The kind of Chad that's gonna wife you up. The kind of Chad who's gonna raise your children. So, yeah, my dad's a very good guy. I'm grateful that I've got my parents. They're very patient with me because I'm a workaholic. So all I do is work all the time, and they're like, "We're there cheering for you and giving you your space to work." And I'm like, "Thank you." Yeah, my mom was like actually trying to not date at that time because she was also in college, and she was like, I just want to focus on my studies. She had a me moment. She was like, but I'm hoping someone like my dad's gonna come up. But she was just like, oh, I'm gonna focus on my studies and stuff. And then she met my dad, and she was like, yeah, he's a really good guy. I shouldn't miss out on this opportunity, right? As if they've given up on grandchildren. Come on! I'm so young. I have so many years. I've got like like many fertile years ahead of me, okay? Leave me. They did not give up on grandchildren, actually. Okay, back to the parents. If you guys beg, if we have 5 people. Also, Ray, thank you for the super chat. I saw that you super chatted there. Oh, you pretend like you're all cool and that you don't like me. Oh, but I saw the super chat. You guys actually like me. 51 is young. Don't get too comfy though. You guys are cruel. Whatever. Leave me alone. Leave Meguzalo. Actually, okay, cool little thing before we return to my parents. My parents are not staying with me because I'm in a dorm. They cannot stay with me. Sorry, I'm getting sick. I haven't been sleepy. I'm like hanging out with my parents and then working all night. But they met Guzali, they met my boys, they met like Manguita, etc. So they took them with them to their like hotel, and they sent me a bunch of pictures of them doing different things. So they were sending a picture of like the boys near a coffee maker, and they're like, oh, do you give them coffee? And I said, no, you can't give them coffee. Can you give them sugar? And then they sent pictures of them like watching TV, taking a bath. They took my boys, and it was so sweet because I feel like most parents aren't super receptive to their adult daughter playing with stuffed animals, but my parents are super accepting of, and they're like, take them everywhere. We'll take pictures of them everywhere. Take pictures of them studying. So I'm happy. I'm grateful to have parents who are not like, you weirdo who plays with stuffed animals. They're like, no, our daughter's a VTuber. But that's, guys, you get to do that once you get a full ride scholarship to college. At that point, you can do whatever you want. Your parents are gonna back you up. So here's my tip: get a full ride to college, and then your parents will literally support you whatever you do. Bro, I'm low-key, and I'm not a child, but that's true. I'm not a real adult. Thank you for calling me out. Okay, back to the parents. Back to the parents. Back to the parents. I hear it. I see the dono. I see how you've invested $20 of your money, Swift, to get rid of me. So let's go. We'll go back to the parents. We'll go. Goodbye. See you later, alligators. Back to mommy, daddy. Let's go. Okay, that's fine. We are back with a parental corner. So I wanted to ask them, because recently we did a stream with Pippa, and we've been talking a little bit about the different cultures between the difference in culture between Brazil and the US. First of all, I want to clarify to you guys that I'm not an American kid. I just recently moved to the US. Eu sou brasileira. Meus pais são brasileiros. Because some people are like, oh, that's why your English is so good, because your parents are coming to visit from Brazil. Yeah, where do you think I just lived? Anyway, the point is, I'm not the Brazilian kid of American parents somehow. I'm also Brazilian. But anyway, I talk about that a lot, and I decided to hand it over to them to see their perspective on some cultural differences between the US and Brazil. So hand it over to Mama or Papa, who's going first. They pointed at each other, which was kind of cute. And now they're kissing. Ah! Okay, I'll hand it to my dad first.
Okay, I guess I already told them about this habit we had of saying sorry about our English. Yes, it's covered. Let's talk about McDonald's. First time I've been here, I asked for a apple pie in McDonald's, and the guy looked at me, apple pie? Why is he saying apple pie? Just say pie, because they only had apple pies. In Brazil, we had the apple pie and the banana pie, and I guess Abby prefers the banana pie, right?
No, I prefer the banana pie, and there are multiple reasons. First of all, of course, I have a plushie where I am a banana, and very clearly I love bananas and monkeys, Bongita. But, oh, also the US nowadays has different pies, so they have like different flavor pies depending on the McDonald's. But back then it was just like, or I guess there was no limited edition pie, so at that moment, I don't know. I think that was weird. I like the Brazilian pies more, because in Brazil we have this like folhado. Massa folhada, basically, which is called, in English I've translated to like leafy dough, which is like, it's like croissants or like tres leches kind of. So it's like a leafy dough that is like crunchy and delicious. And in the US it's like a Pop-Tart, basically the pie. But in Brazil, it tastes like homemade and delicious and bananas are so good. Way better than apples. I prefer pears over apples. I prefer bananas over apples. Apples suck. And that's why I have to go to the doctor all the time. But Mother, thoughts on McDonald's versus... Do you want to expand upon it? Just grab the mic, whoever wants to go. Snag it. Take it.
Oh, talking about the pie, the situation is Brazilian pie is not like a homemade pie. It's just like a fried pie, like a pastel folhado. Oh, it's really yummy. I prefer the apple pie, but bananas pie is really awesome. But now in US, I discovered the best McDonald's pie. It's pumpkin pie. It's delicious, most delicious pie. I prefer the American pie because I like pumpkin. But it's not homemade. It's like whatever you want in US, in Brazil. We can call McDonald's pie a specific pie that you don't see any place. Only McDonald's thing.
Yeah, it's like the McDonald's pie in the US is like not exactly how you think of pie. So it's the same in Brazil. It's not like it's like a delicacy in Brazil. We all have that kind of pie now. It's just like you only have it in McDonald's. I think is my mom's point. But you might not know this about my mom. But my mom, wait, você gosta de pastel? So why are you criticizing it tasting like pastel?
Não tô criticando. Eu tô dizendo que não tem nada de homemade.
Oh, she's saying that homemade. Okay. I was like, whenever I'm home, like, we always get pastel. I was like, what do you mean? She loves it. She likes the meat pastel the most. But, pizza. My parents want to talk about pizza. But wait, I want to say that about pumpkin pies because I also, like, really don't like pumpkin. But then once, like, it was... I just moved and like a bunch of people in like my class were like brought food in and someone brought a pumpkin pie and no one ate it and all the kids I guess have money so no one wanted to take it home and I was like, oh heck yeah, I'm taking this random pumpkin pie. I don't even like pumpkin but it's free food, I'm taking it. And then I had it for the whole week as every meal because college kid, right? And now I love it. Now I think pumpkin pies are so delicious. So I think in Brazil we tend to have sorry. We tend to have pumpkin as like savory more, but in the US we have pumpkin more as a dessert, or both.
No.
So depends on the place. Some people have it more dessert, but I just like never really had pumpkin in Brazil. Actually, like I never like ate it in meals. It just wasn't a part of my routine there. But I guess okay. I guess my mom doesn't like pumpkin, but yeah, but then when I came to the US, I was like, oh, pumpkin pie is pretty swell. It's not the goopy goo I thought it was. But we want to talk about pizza now, which I know you guys love. Ever since Pippa had Brazilian pizza, you guys love Brazilian pizza. Okay, Father wants to speak. Bye.
Okay, you asked us to talk about culture, and I'm only talk about food. Okay, but because I guess one of the few things you can only do when you travel is to eat. You can see a museum online, but you can't have the food. You have to actually travel. So I love to travel just to eat. And I came to see you, okay? But I so many different stuff. I love the American pizza. It's similar to the Italian one, and I had Italian pizzas, but the sauce, the tomato sauce here is great. Yeah, even the simplest of pizzas, that only cheese and the cheapest and the simplest, right? The more simpler or simplest. Okay. It's delicious. Okay.
Yeah, so in general, yeah, like in Brazil, we just have like, so our pizzas are kind of like a meal, right? So like we have just like a bunch of stuff in it, and it's like fun. I mean, we have a lot of pizza back home. We have a lot of like stuffed crust pizza and all of those things. But here in the US, kind of like no matter where you go, like the pizza's like more close to the Italian. Even I feel like, you know, there's like deep dish pizza, but you have regular pizza at wherever, even Chicago. You just have like a thinner crust, and then you have like a more delicious sauce, and then you have like cheese or something basic on top. So it looks way more basic than the Brazilian pizza, but like it just, the flavors are different. The type of cheese they use is different. The sauce is different. I personally think Brazilian pizza is way better. Maybe I'm just having pizza in the wrong places here, but I think Brazilian pizza is way more delicious. So
yes, okay. Talking about the variety, okay. I guess Brazil is unbeatable. We have stroganoff pizza, and I don't know. We have regional foods, okay, in the northeastern part of the country, like carne seca. We have how do you say carne seca in?
No, it's not beef jerky. Carne seca is a type of meat, and it's like super dry and super salty. Basically, people have it for different areas of Brazil. You have it for different meals. Some places you have it for breakfast. Some places you have like more dinner. I don't know, but it just kind of generally wherever you go, there could be slight differences, but just like really dry, very salty meat. I personally think it's only okay, but I guess my dad likes it.
Okay, but when you have a menu, they have 50 or more toppings to choose. So it's okay. We take 15 minutes just to choose what's gonna be the topping. We can ask a large pizza with 3 different toppings, and we can have 2 salty ones and 1 for dessert, and we can have brigadeiro and oh my god, any ice cream. You can have ice cream on the top. Imagine a food the Brazilians already put it on a pizza. Anything. Just Google it. It's for real. Yes, it's a pride. We are proud of our imagination, like pizza makers. And oh god, who would tell? When you think of Brazil, do you think of pizza? I don't think so, but it's something we're very proud of. It's this. We don't find this. I don't know if not in US, not in Italy. I don't know. Chat, would you say later if where do you live? Is there a variety of pizza? Like Brazil, I don't know, but I'm proud of it.
My dad has prompted you guys to say where you live and what kind of pizza you have there. Because my dad's a real streamer, okay? He knows to interact with chat. I've been ignoring you guys, but he knows better. Also, my parents love you guys. They read chat all the time. They think you guys are funny, so shout out to y'all. You can just talk about. You don't have to talk just about pizza.
Talking about the difference between Brazilians and in US, I think it's not so fair when people say in US you only have a junk food and terrible food. It's not fair because you find any kind of food, healthy food, I can say, if you want it. If you don't want it, you have a lot of fast food in everywhere, any kind, different places, and I think it's yummy fast food too. I think you can eat both, but it's not like you're only gonna drink untasty orange juice in US because they don't have orange.
It sucks. Orange juice.
Okay,
sucks.
I don't like a specific, but if you really want, I want so much. Orange juice, no?
I'm gonna disagree though, because orange juice here is like all super. Okay, I love Americans. I love you, but I love orange juice back home. Like I love it, but here like you can't really find it like freshly squeezed. It's super super hard. You're gonna pay like so much money that I'm going to go bankrupt if I buy orange juice.
You buy the orange and
Oh yeah, you can buy the orange and you can make it blah blah. Yeah. I mean, I stream and I study. What time do I have to make fresh juice? I just want to pay $2 for a cup of oranges. But yeah, no, that's true. I agree. You can eat healthy if you want, but also we've got some slim genes, so maybe we're fortunate because we're able to eat that kind of food, and our blood might suffer later. I don't know. I haven't got my blood drawn in years. I should, right? Ugh, my mom always makes me, but when she's not around. No, it's only been like a year, maybe 6 months. I don't know. Unless my mom, whenever my mom made me draw my blood last.
Oh, and I like very much when you bring Brazilian things, different cultural things, and in the VTube. It's funny because we learn a lot of things. We learn the difference, and sometimes you just think something and you just take this from your mind, you know? You think something stupid about Brazil, you know, it's a bunch of cliches. And one thing, I think it's really weird when they say like this: oh, all Brazilian girls want to hear how much they are beautiful. Sometimes sounds fake. You say...
Wait. I'm sorry. I'm gonna pause here just because people in chat don't know Brazilian stereotypes, so we should. So my mom's making a case for why Brazilian stereotypes are weird, but I don't think you guys know those stereotypes. So can you explain? What do you mean? Like, is there a stereotype that Brazilian girls want to hear that they're beautiful? Oh, okay. No, I know that there's like a stereotype that Brazilian women are beautiful, which, come on, we are. But at least I am. My mom made a face. Like, Jesus. But yeah, do you want to explain how? I'm just trying to contextualize because I know that chat is not all Brazilian. So yeah, just to give you guys a bit of an explanation.
No, I know some Brazilian girls love to hear how beautiful. Oh, you're beautiful. Oh, I am the most beautiful girl in the whole world. But sometimes this is not true. But sometimes they love to hear this. Please don't do it. This is so. It's not cringe in the good way. It's cringe a terrible way.
I'm so confused by my mom right now. Okay, so you're saying that even though Brazilian girls love to hear that they're beautiful, you shouldn't feed their ego if they're ugly? Is that what you're saying? Oh, that is what she's saying. I got a thumbs up. Well, chat, you can keep feeding my ego. I don't know if she but I get it. I guess there's some portion of it we're just known for, like carnival and like half naked women and bikinis and stuff like that. And like yeah, we're beautiful, but like I guess like when you think of Brazil, you probably think of like babes, and a lot of us don't wanna just be babes to you. We wanna be like you know, I'm the comedian VTuber. I'm not just a beautiful babe, which I am, but I guess I get it. You just like meet a Brazilian girl and you're like, instead of me like, oh, I know that your country has this interesting thing, you go like, oh, I heard your people are hot. And that's like, that's fine. I mean, there could be worse things that you say, but it's kind of strange to be like, well, the first thing you hear as a woman is, I heard your people are very voluptuous and yummy. Which again, we are, but any other thoughts on the cultural differences between Brazil and America? Nothing? Doma, dou-lhe uma, dou-lhe duas. Pode falar em português se quiser. Mother has a thought. Oh no, she's about to call women ugly again. No, it's fine.
No, I'm something really different. When in Brazil you go to the college, it's normal you stay in your own home that you grow up. You know, the same home. You don't change the city. This is more common in United States. you know, has exceptions, but it's really different. And I think in the U.S., college girls sometimes can be more mature because you don't have your parents. You have to make your own decisions, and sometimes it's really tough, really hard. And when you have your mom doing your food, doing everything, and you know, in the chart is different, the reality from here, you know. It's different when you are a dorm. It's not, the university is not really taking care of you. You need to be smart, and you have no sometimes you don't have protection. The protections is about you yourself, you know. Be mature.
To clarify, my mom means protection as in like to protect yourself, not what most people think of when they think of protection.
Oh, sorry if you don't understand my.
Okay.
No, yeah. I think it's no. But this protection too. Come on, guys. But I'm not. It's not. I'm not gonna talk about this. I'm not gonna talk about this. No. I think I'm gonna give this different kind of. I don't know. Oh my god. I'm turning red.
My mom goes, kids, remember protection. Jesus Christ. What do you think? My parents must think I'm like leading a wild life when my free time is all VTubing. I'm like, I don't have time to be one of those kids who needs to have that talk though. You know, maybe one day. Any other insights on Brazilian culture? Yes, father has a finger up. Oh, that's the difference between the U.S. and Brazil. Is that in Brazil you tend to hold a finger up, and in the U.S. you tend to hold your whole hand up. You raise your hand in the U.S., but in Brazil you raise up your finger. I think maybe it's like depends on the region, but I remember more people holding up a finger. I don't really see anyone holding up a finger in the U.S. Even though in Brazil you can do both. Yeah, you hold up your index finger, not your middle finger. My dad asked me to specify that.
You can do this.
Yeah, you could also do the middle finger if you wanted, but no, don't. But father has some thoughts on the cultural differences. I was trying to mix Portuguese and English, and I ended up saying Spanish. Okay, whatever.
Okay, she was talking about college, so I remember. In Brazil, there are public colleges, and you don't have to pay anything to study in this college. And I guess you don't have this kind of stuff in the U.S. No. Yeah, I think there used to be public schools where you paid a small tuition, but nowadays I guess it's very hard to have a superior education, to undergraduate and graduate. It's very hard in the U.S. Oh my God! And the role of the state in Brazil is larger than the U.S. In Brazil, our constitution says that education is a human right, is a basic right. So doesn't matter if you are poor or rich, you have the right to be educated, not only in the middle school or the high school, also in college. This is a very different thing. It's a huge cultural difference. Also health. I hear that some people in the U.S. are afraid to call for an ambulance because they're afraid of the death, the amount of money that they are going to pay later. Oh my God, this is terrible. In Brazil, we can ask for an ambulance without paying nothing, zero. Oh, no, yeah, you don't pay for ambulance. Yes. Even in small cities, medium-sized cities, how do you say? Not small towns. Small towns don't have too many ambulances, but they have at least one ambulance, and you don't have to pay. And many people have insurance, okay, of course, but if you don't have insurance, and you go to a public hospital, you'll be medicated. You can do all kinds of surgery, and you don't have to pay for it. You don't have to worry about it. No treatment. No treatment will be denied to anyone. It's also a human right in our constitution. So it's very different, but it costs money. We know nothing's free. The taxpayer has to pay for it, but no one it's out of the college system or afraid of getting a consultation with a doctor because of money. That's not the issue. You can have better doctors if you have more money, okay, but everyone has a doctor. It's not, the system is far from perfect. We have waiting lines, waiting periods.
It's like a line there.
Yeah, to get a doctor, okay, but I guess okay, it's different. I'm not saying it's better or worse, but I guess it's better. But not always you will have the best doctor, but some doctor will see you. You won't die, and you won't be. You will only have to declare bankruptcy if you go to a doctor. Yes, there's more of a social difference than a cultural difference, I guess, but it's another culture entirely. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean that is like a bit of a difference. No, I mean it's cool because I don't really feel like I know enough to talk about these things sometimes. So it's cool to have you guys here to talk about it because I think that's, yeah, I mean, like it's a different way to lead your life. It's like you see all these VTubers recently. So many of us have been talking about having to go to the dentist, and in Brazil, I'm pretty sure the dentist is not insured, right?
Sometimes.
Yeah, it depends. It depends, but I feel like there's a way. Like here, you can be like pretty well off and still be like, yeah, I'm just not gonna go to the dentist this year because I want to save. So you get a lot of like VTubers who are like, you know, pretty young girls who are making some money, even if we're not rich, but it's like it's like a demographic that it's not like, oh, like people in their 50s who've kind of given up on. No, it's like young people who like need and have the disposition and the care to know that they should go to the dentist, but they don't. Yeah, I feel like that's a thing. Like we're like, well, pode falar, o que é? Pode. My dad's like, should I say it? I'm like, say it. What the heck? You're saying all the things I can't say. Oh, we can talk about this. This is a weird topic, but yeah, Brazil and servants. So there's something called, you have housekeepers, which is someone who comes once a week, and you have maids, who's someone who sleeps and eats in your house, which is very weird. It's a very weird cultural thing that we have in Brazil that does not exist in the US. And to put our moral opinions out there, which, you know, to each their own. To each their own. But we even as Brazilians, we find that culture a little weird. So I'll let my dad and mom talk about it.
Oh yes, like you put it, someone from the middle class in Brazil, not a rich person.
Poor people have
middle class, middle to low class. Many people have servants, like maids. They don't necessarily sleep at the house, but they come and go every day. So some people, oh my God, don't do anything in their house, and they don't get up from the couch to get a glass of water, for instance. It's embarrassing for us. I'm not proud of this treat.
This treatment?
No, this trait. Yes, sorry. Of this trait, many Brazilians, not all Brazilians, and this culture is changing now, finally, because there was a change in our law. It's nowadays it's more expensive to have a maid, and it's more dignifying what they're paying now. So people started to move from having maids to contratar.
Housekeeper, daily housekeeper.
Como é contratar empregado?
Hire.
To hire housekeepers that go to home once or twice a year. A year, no, a week, sorry. Once or twice a week. And it's more dignifying. It's more dignifying to them, I guess. It's strange. I guess it would be something very strange for an American to go to Brazil and see, oh my God, in the middle class, even poor people have maids. I don't know how they do it. Obviously, they don't pay the right amount that they should. So it's kind of an exploration, and it's a very ugly Brazilian costume, I guess.
It was weird because I would like go to people's houses mostly for projects, let's be real, but I would go like work on a project or something, and like then they would be like, oh, like it's not like, oh, there's snackies for us, there's some cookies my mom bought. No, it's like the maid can make us this fancy snack, and I'm like, I don't need that. I just give her like the break. And also they don't really talk. They like, there's a whole thing. This is very contentious. So, you know, not everyone is like this. I'll give the disclaimers, but it's just like, it is a weird aspect of the culture, which is like, they go like, oh, they're just like family, but then they like don't talk to them like humans. So I'd be like, you know, I'd be like doing small talk and talking to like the people who work there, like I would to their parents, and they'd be like, no, you don't have to talk to her. And I'd be like, I know I don't have to, but like when you go to a friend's house, you're polite to their parents, you're polite to anyone there, any aunts and uncles. So I'd be like, if they're just like family, I'm going to be talking to them and asking them questions. Like, no, you don't have to. I was like, okay. For people, people jumping in now, we're talking about Brazil and weird cultures, difference in cultures between Brazil and the US, and one big is like housekeeper / maid / like who cleans your butthole for you. Oh hey, hello, hi, okay, let's cut off that topic. That topic's kind of dark. Everything's frozen, sorry. My phone is dying. Gotta charge this real quick, 1 second. Hello. Yeah, so basically I'll give you that topic. Basically it's like in Brazil you have these people who work in your house, who like, they are like basically not paid very well, and they work 24/7. Some people sleep over, some come every day, but it's not like luxury. Like here you see like, oh, you have a nanny, you have a maid when you're very wealthy. There are a lot of people who don't make that much money have them because you don't have to pay them very much. So it's a weird cultural thing. It's not every Brazilian who has it. A lot of Brazilians who do have housekeepers, they treat them very well, they pay them very well. It's just like a weird cultural thing of Brazil, whereas in the US it's like very fancy. In Brazil it's considered like kind of like a base necessity. My family does not have one. We've had people who like came and cleaned the house, like, you know, like a lot of streamers will have someone who like comes every now and then, whatever, helps clean, that you pay them well because it is one day or a couple hours of work. But some people have someone every single day. So, and they'll have a cook and they'll have cleaning staff, and they're like not rich. They're like middle class people. Like, I don't know. One parent's a teacher, one is a dentist. Like, still blow off. I mean, dentist is rich, but not crazy. So yeah, that's a strange element. Also, I do want to acknowledge the raid. I'm so sorry. I don't make my parents nervous. But thank you so much, Poco. You're so great. I hope you had a wonderful stream. I'm very excited to stream with you soon. I've been so busy. Like, my parents are here, so I'm hanging out with them, and then I go to class, and then I prep for stream, and then I don't sleep. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry to one of my newer friends, Poco, that I haven't been keeping touch as much. But hopefully I'll keep in touch more more upcoming soon. And I want to hear about your stream, so please do tell me about it. My parents need a little bit of a break. Stream is going. It's going. I mean, they're fighters. Maybe it's regional, yeah. I think it depends. Like if you're in Sao Paulo is like smaller apartments, real capital cities. The countryside, it'll depend. I feel like in the countryside they might be paid better. Yeah. We still have more questions. For my parents. We're just taking a little bit of a break. But we might spitfire some questions a little bit more quickly. So they can get ready because they're leaving tonight. So we want to make sure that they get time to travel. So yeah. It really depends on the person up inside your home. For example, there's been so many. Yeah, I mean, I can talk to you guys more about this, but maybe I'll have someone who's worked as a maid in Brazil to talk about this. But there's also a lot of bad things that happen with those maids in Brazil. It's very common for them to end up having a kid of the father will end up having a kid with them. There's a lot of very soap opera things. I know people who've been in those things. I know people who are children of that circumstance, which is fine. It's who your parents, who your parent is, and it's not your fault for your dad's choices. But it's a strange soap opera world. So I'll see if Poco talked about her stream because I wanna shout you out properly. I feel very bad. I'm sorry that it took me a while to properly acknowledge the raid. No, yeah, it's a tough topic, guys. It's a tough topic, but stream is supposed to be lighthearted and fun. But just bouncing off these ideas. If you want to look into those, look at primary sources, etc. He just tried ChatGPT for the first time. Oh my gosh! A while back, I had one of, I think, my most fun streams. And I would love to recreate it soon. Which is, I wrote stand-up sets with different AI generators. So I had ChatGPT and all the other big ones write me stand-up sets. And we compared them. And that was super fun. I think it's getting... to be honest, I've talked to some people. I know... I'm pretty... you guys pretty well connected in the comedy world, and I was talking to some comedians, and they're saying that purposely ChatGPT is supposed to be bad at comedy because right now it's protecting the jobs of these comedy writers. So but there was like a hit in ChatGPT that's secretly way better at comedy, but they're like not legally allowed to release. I don't know if I'm legally allowed to say this, but I've heard it through the grapevine, through my sources. That ChatGPT is secretly way more powerful than we know it is, and let's keep it that way. I want my freaking job. I am a comedian. I freaking need to do my comedy, but also I don't think it's ever gonna compare. I think I will always be better than ChatGPT. So, but do you guys wanna return to my parents? It's not a conspiracy theory. I've got sources. I mean, I didn't hear through the group, and so very well might be a lie. It's very possible. But I do know that for a fact, like, it has constraint tray now, because like it's gotten less funny. Because I'm curious, right? Because I write comedy, so the stakes are pretty high for me. I try to use it a lot to like see like where it's potential. It's actually gotten worse, because also I think it learns from what you're inputting. And if people are inputting bad comedy, like if the really good comedians aren't using it, then where is it going to learn from if it's only really learning from specific places? So, whatever. But you guys want my parents in every stream? No, I love them, and I've been having such a good time. Yeah, though we should totally do a watch along of a Brazilian movie at some point. But I'm going to go back to my parents, guys. I hope you guys like my shirts. We have some good ones coming. So thank you for the emotes. Only perfect timing because we haven't gone back to my parents yet. We got some cool shirts. I have a lot of fun. For me, since I write, I know I've been sick for like 3 weeks, man. I can't sleep. I'm a workaholic. Even if I have a day off, like I'm just not gonna take it. But yeah, we're gonna return to the parents. So can we get a bring back mommy and daddy? Can we get mamãe e papai in the house? Can we get por favor, mamãe e papai, voltem, por favor, te amamos. Te amamos, mamãe, papai e mamãe. Presta atenção pra mim, por favor. Okay, let's bring back the parentals. Woo! On to some more topics about Brazil, me, and life. Someone in chat had a question earlier, which was, would you guys love me if I was a worm? Like a como é que chama em português? Minhoca. I don't know how to say the word worm. I think I'm saying it right, but that's like one of those words. It's like wolf. I don't know. Anyway, would you guys love me if I was a minhoca?
Of course I would. I would make a whole garden for you.
And then mother? The mic. Yeah.
Oh, if you were a worm, I would buy a wig for you, a pink wig with a flower and a nice clothes, and call you Wormy Abby.
Abby. Werby. Other question. Beans and rice. Do you put the beans over the rice or do you put the beans under the rice?
Oh my god.
Apparently that's a big topic of a question.
Big topic.
Yes.
Which one?
I'm a rational person. I put first the rice, because when you put the beans in Brazil, at least, they are so, I don't know how to say that.
Liquid?
Yes, this. Yeah, okay. Isso, do caldo, the broth.
I think.
Okay, of the beans. Okay, so the rice helps to absorb that humidity. Okay, if you put the rice, the bean first, there's always the danger that the broth is gonna spill from your plate. So that's not civil. That's not civilized. Come on.
Oh, sorry. For me, it's not exactly a rocket science. I put the first thing that I see. I'm hungry. Whatever, it's here, food, and I just eat it.
That's really fun. I did not expect that from my mom, because my mom's sometimes like picky about these things. She's like, well, certain areas of Brazil you do it this way, and that's the right way. Like, but no, I guess she's hungry. Hunger beats all. Other questions. Like, what was it like sending a kid to I guess like study abroad? Like, how does it feel to have the empty nest? And or if you don't want to answer that necessarily, you can just talk about like any one parenting tip you have for the people in chat who might want kids.
What?
Buy one kids?
No, my parents said I told them that they bought kids. What the heck? No. Do you have one parenting tip for people who might want to be parents one day? Pra alguém que queira ser pai um dia, você tem uma dica? Yeah. Ou você tem uma sugestão, tipo assim, quer falar sobre morar longe dos filhos, solidão, que for, mas não precisa necessariamente falar. Ok.
Okay. About being a parent. Okay. When I was young, I thought my kids would be copies of me and my wife. And eventually, we realized that they are different people, and that's not a bad thing. This is the best thing ever. Okay. And they're not copies of us, and that's nice. That's a good thing. And they're different people, and we learn to respect them. And as a father, if I had to give one tip, this would be the one. Respect the differences and enjoy the differences. This will enrich your lives. don't have too many expectations on, oh, they have to be just like me. No, they won't be, and that's a good thing. I know that. I don't guess that. I know that. And the other question was about okay. How did I feel when Abby left home? Oh, I cried a lot. I cried a lot.
I didn't know that.
Yes. I also cried yesterday when I realized that I had to go back home. Yes, we do that a lot. We cry a lot. And okay, in time, I guess it's gonna be easier.
I tell them, I'm like, I don't know why you guys like me so much. Like, man, I wish I'm so chata. I'm like, there's like a word in English that's the same way. It's like, it's not annoying. It's just like chata. but I wish I could like get how much they like me and spread it all around the world. So I could be liked a little bit more by everyone else and they could suffer a little less. But that's why I didn't know that. Dang, I feel bad now. Mother now.
I don't know if it's a tip, but something when you are a parent, you learn a lot of things that you never thought you were gonna learn before. I was in her school helping in some things that I don't remember, and at this time I was a little bit trendy and wore different clothes, and somebody asked me something like this: oh, are you gonna let your daughter wear different clothes like you? And I thought it's very interesting question, because I don't think I need to let them, you know. No, and I answered the lady, they are gonna wear what they want. They are gonna dress like them, not like me, because we are different people, you know. And then that's why I started to realize you're raising like not a small version of you. You're raising a different person, and it's a wonderful person, because you're gonna discover a lot of things about yourself. And I learned a lot with Abby. She's my teacher.
I was gonna say, like, and my mom, just to clarify, my mom doesn't like dress inappropriate or anything. My mom dresses like kind of like the original e-girl is, I would say, is like the vibe. Like you know how like just like my outfit has like some like what do you call it? It's like techno wear. It's like that kind of vibe. It's just like trendy. Like I told you guys how like she like helped me dye my hair kind of young with like, you know, friendly for kids. But it's like it's not. It's a weird question. Yeah, I used to get like weird comments about like my mom, and I think that goes into the mindset of like the Midwest or etc. Like Brazil, sometimes it can be kind of boxy. People can be like, oh, you have to be this way, otherwise you're weird. And which is part of my brand, I'm embracing the cringe, because I feel like just seeing like my mom or me or like my siblings just be treated as weird because they're cringe. It's like, no, you can be odd while being awesome. Because I really want to foster people here who like feel great about themselves, because we all know there's so much of like, you dress weird, I think you are like a bad person, which is like, no, I'm a VTuber, which is weird. I'll admit it, but it's also really cool. So.
Oh, and there's something that I learned about empty nest. Somebody asked me this question. I think you're gonna miss your daughter very, very much. How are you gonna deal? Sorry, my English is a little bit. They asked me how about the difficult to deal with the empty nest, you know. And I said to her, oh, you know something, I'm happy for her, you know. It's a kind of bittersweet, but it's more like a happiness, because she has the opportunity. She had a full scholarship, and this is a blessing. It's a blessing, and I'm very proud of her. And I think you should, like a parent, you should be happy for your kids, you know. It's very important to be happy, and it's very important to them to know that you are happy. I miss her very much, but I'm happy for her.
So those are all the questions I think we have for Mama and Papa today. I'm happy to do another segment of those at some other time with them when you guys have other more questions. But on to say bye-bye, Mommy, Daddy.
Bye.
No, not that. They say it. Now you got... Oh, but you can say bye, chat. Say bye, chat.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Yay, goodbye. Hi, guys. Okay. The parentals are here for not very long. I am so sorry. So they have to go. They have a flight. I am so sorry. But if you guys have more questions for Mommy and Daddy Kadabura, they don't have to be here in person. I've already set up their Discords. So once I take a day to coach them through Discord, they should be able to Discord. I also do want to go visit them. I am trying to make sure that I am a wise adult who makes wise spendings. So I have good money to visit them frequently. I am not from the Midwest. I mean, like, there are cultural things that are similar in the Midwest and in Brazil. So like, I feel like that closed-mindedness, like, Brazil's very friendly and warm outwardly, but we are very used to homogenous culture of everyone dresses the same way, everyone watches the same show, blah, blah. So anyone who's a little weird is like convince them to be active in chat. I could, but they do listen. They do listen and they watch it. They really liked my mental health stream. My dad downloaded Pico Park after my collab. They really like my chatting streams. They've said to me, they're like, we like it when you game, but your chatting streams are such a better way to showcase how you're funny. The games are okay, but can't they just play the games in their own time? So my parents are pretty biased toward my segments. They really like them and the hand cams and stuff. But yeah, I'll help them set up YouTube accounts. Yes, I will do all of that for you guys. But if you guys have more questions, I am happy to do another segment of those in the future. I'm glad you guys liked it. My parents were so nervous before stream. They were like, are we going to ruin your account? Are we going to tank your numbers? I was like, why are you worried about that? Just come on my stream. It'll be fun to talk to you. But yeah, so I'm glad you guys liked it. Leave very kind comments in the comment section, because now they're getting ready to leave because they've got to skedaddle out of here. But I was really nervous. I'm gonna be honest, the whole time I was like, don't dox me. But I was like, I was nervous too. I was like, okay, but it'll be fine. Well-trained parents. My parents watch all my streams. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty open about things. So there's very few things that they can't say. But yeah, I mean, it's fine. Yeah. Their English is good. They're very good at English. They're very shy about it. They were like, oh, but are we gonna embarrass you if our English is bad? I was like, no, your English better be bad, because these mofos don't think I'm a real Brazilian. I better prove to them that I am. Yeah, I told you guys I trained to not have an accent in Portuguese. I trained pretty hard to not have one, and sometimes I wish I didn't, because I think it distances me from my culture. The fact that I'm not perceived that way, you know, while a benefit, and for sure I have privilege from blending in as an American, like it does kind of make it weird to talk about my culture, because people are like, are you though? Are your parents just? I'm like, no, I just moved here. So it's like it causes some uncomfortableness in like sharing and spreading the word, the gospel of Brazil. But oh yeah, I was scared. repeated them too much. I was like, I wanted to make sure you guys, because some people are very unaccustomed to accents and they don't get them. Yeah, as a so American, born and raised in America, USA. But yeah, I think they enjoyed their time. I hope you guys enjoy them. I will do the ending screen today, so you guys can go give Onegai Muscle another hard listen. I would love to have, you know, more music out soon, maybe an original one. I have a couple that I could always release. So send in some love to Onegai Muscle. So you know, I can work on my next thing. So yeah, I loved having the stream. I'm glad you guys liked my parents. I was gonna do members only, but I was like, I feel like the community is so loving. But we do have a members only stream coming up later this week. My parents and we picked this out together. We found this thing of like ancient puzzles. They were like from like BC, like they're from like the Greek Empire, I think, or something. So I'm gonna be doing a hand cam of these weird ancient puzzles. So if you guys want to do a fun members only stream, I do have a fun members only stream coming up this week. Family cover of a song. My parents sing. I mean, we were in choir together, so my parents can sing. So that would be fun, yeah. But I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow I have a fun collab with a bunch of Brazilian VTubers. It's going to be a double language collab. I will be speaking English. They will be speaking Portuguese and English. And we'll be code switching throughout. So hopefully you guys, if you have any mods that speak both languages, you can help translate throughout. But if not, that's totally fine. We will be double languaging tomorrow. So you get another dose of Brazil and then a bunch of things. I have a collab with Poco. If you guys are from the Poco raid, I have a collab with Poco on Sunday where we're going to be learning about crime. And I've been curating some really good videos. My mom is an expert in crime, so we've been looking at stuff together. In another life, my mom is a criminal, but not in this one. So police, don't look into me. Bye guys, I hope you have a good night. I missed you guys even though I only didn't stream for 2 days. So good night, I love you. Bye.